Hey everyone, in this video we are going to power through finally beginning to pack up the 3-story house that I've been living in New York City for about 8 to 10 years because just in a little over a month, I'm moving across the country to Florida. So a lot has to happen, a lot has to get done, and it's going to be chaos. But it's gonna be great. Hey everyone, if you don't know, now you do. My name is Courtney and thanks for stopping by to chill with me and get stuff done because we got to get stuff done. Isn't it crazy how we as humans accumulate so much from just living in one space? I didn't even know that I had Salonpas. I don't know where half of this stuff came from. Also, to hire movers is extremely expensive, and Joe and I kind of have a lot of hobbies where you cannot get a mover to move the things because they just require extra care. So the only thing that I can think of doing to tackle such a big task by ourselves, we are going to start with the space that gives me the most anxiety, and we will start with the hardest one first because we are strong, we have courage, and mama ain't raised no. So the garage isn't looking too bad today actually because I showed you guys in my stories that I cleaned the whole place up. Cleaning and prepping the area actually is my first step to most of the bigger projects in my life because the way I can imagine a mess or a beginning of a project, there's a ball of tangled cables. And so essentially if that is your project or problem, you have to clean and prep it and take those tangles apart and untangle that ball in order to see what order to do things. Does that make any sense? And you're finding out the order in which you need to do these things in order to get the result you desire. Another thing that I think is super important as you're untangling those cables and those things that are a problem is to start thinking of a plan of attack. And so this is how I decided to plan my attack. This is a snake attacking. So my plan of attack as you walk in, this is the closest to the entrance. So everything that's gonna go in the moving truck, I want here so I can easily move it out. Back here, we have things that I'm probably gonna give away / give to my mom. And maybe there's a few things that Joe wants to go through, but he shouldn't have to be trying so hard in this area. And then Joe wants to keep most of it / leave, and he pointed out those things. So again, it's kind of like a continuation, but smaller items to bigger items, which are a lot easier to pack. We got some stuff to break down, stuff to break down, stuff to break down. I kind of went from the most physical labor up here because that is going to be what takes a lot of my energy. And then it gets more mentally challenging rather than being physically challenging. It's hot and I'm already tired. So since really announcing and saying that I've made this decision to leave New York City and move out, especially as a New York City native, born and raised, everyone loves New York City. It's New York City! And for a long time I thought I would never, ever leave, and quarantine really changed that. It changed a lot about a lot of things, everything. And more or less, I realized during this time that I no longer wanted to rent for my living quarters. And although I love New York, I wasn't in a chapter of my life where I was doing what New York City is known for. I wasn't going out all the time, meeting new people, meeting new friends, searching for new possible opportunities. And New York City as a big city offers that. It offers so much. And yes, although New York City is beautiful in that way and it has that energy and I love that energy, that is not the energy for the goals that I have. And New York City comes with its problems that I don't think fighting for those problems is worth the goals that I have. And all that being said, I really do love this place. I love New York City, and I think If you want to move here, please, please, come. I'm leaving, but you can come. I've also been very comfortable admitting that I am very much in a different chapter where I'm very specific with what I want, and I still love all the things that I mentioned above that I love about New York City, but prioritizing a cheaper location to live while I'm focusing on specifically my family goals and our goals together and my personal goals, it just isn't working with New York City. But it's gonna work for Florida because I just feel it in my bones. I love New York City. I will miss New York City. I will always be a proud Queens kid. But I'm also excited to be a Florida girl. So I'm just excited for this chapter no matter what biases anyone has on the two locations. And I'm just really excited for the next 10 to 15 years. It's gonna be awesome. So this is what we are looking like or working with. I don't know which one. At the end of day 3. So what I'm trying to really figure out right now is what needs to be finished, because I think good news is it's mostly done. I think I could finish this garage by this weekend along with Joe. Bad news is I'm getting extremely tired and cranky, and I'm starting to feel really negative, even though there's a lot of positive things around me. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day before I get so cranky that I can't turn back from it. You know when you just send yourself off the edge into a negative mood? I just can't do that. I don't have the time and space. So I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I cracked my neck. But I'm gonna clean up, eat something good, and use tonight to relax and put myself in a better mindset because there's a lot of positive things happening. I just need to get there.